Guys, let's not even lie. Adult friendships can be tough. They can be difficult to sustain, right? In this video, I'll be addressing ways in which we can sustain valuable relationships. When you ask people, what happened to this friend? You hear, oh, we just moved on. Things that you're like, oh, we could have managed this situation in a better way. Just think about ways, just practical ways that we can sustain adult friendships. Yeah, so please come with me. If you think about it very well, it's because of a lack of communication. So A has assumed that B would communicate. B has also assumed that A will communicate, and somehow the communication line is dead. But we need to avoid this, especially in adulthood. Those friends that you've had for a long time, those that you're acquiring on the way, and those that you're still thinking about having, you need to communicate regularly with them. I do not personally believe that there is any friendship that will thrive without communication. Yes, I hear people say, oh, I have this friend, even if you've not spoken in 10 years, we just hit it off right where we stopped. Let's be honest with ourselves. If push comes to shove, would that be the first person you would call? Definitely a no, I can say it. Yes, it's definitely a no. So we need to communicate at the right time. I'm not saying to flood people with messages all the time or to choke them and not give them their personal space. But if your friend comes to mind, it's only polite to say hi, just check up on them. You told me A, B, C, and D in our last conversation. How far? How is it going? How is work? How is family? Don't assume that, oh, this person is fine, this person will be all right, because those are things that foster friendship. Good communication. Another tip is being vulnerable. We need to share our life experiences with people. Do not have that cover of I'm fine, I'm okay. A lot of people tend to do that. If there are signs that you're not fine and you're not talking about it makes the other person feel as though they are not important. So we need to have measured vulnerability. And obviously, we need to do that carefully because you don't want to be vulnerable to someone that you just met yesterday and you don't even know the person. You don't even know how the friendship would build. But of course, with trusted friends, you need to be vulnerable. Celebrate your friends. Celebrate your friends loud and clear. Of course, some people are not really big on that, but I think that most people like to be celebrated. So on their birthdays, even on random days, just send them a message. I really appreciate that you do A, B, C, and D. Thank you for being my friend. Appreciate them. Send a gift. Yes, send in a gift, send in a card, just do something that makes them feel special. Trust me, there's no way that friendship would not improve. One other thing is, even though we know that, especially when we're growing up, if we had friends when we're growing up, we know that those friends, you literally know everything that is going on in their lives, you know, everything, the in and out. But sometimes, even in adult friendships, or many times rather, we need to respect boundaries. I've said I'm not really keen on this, or this is not my style. I don't like to do this particular thing. It's not my thing. While it's good to encourage your friends to, do things, or it's good to probe, even when they say they're fine, it's good to probe further. But in a mature adult friendship, it's good to gauge things. It's good to know when to stop. It is good to know when to give some distance. And I feel that if you are able to understand that whole concept of placing boundaries, yet being caring, yet you're loving, yet you're compassionate towards your friend, then you will be able to build a solid friendship. Last thing is, it's not enough to say, I'm your friend. Where are you when the person is at their lowest? It's very easy to celebrate people in their good times, which is really good. But where are you when they're in their lowest? Are you aloof? Are you really distant? Are you really increasing the respect boundary? Or are you prayerfully thinking about them, praying for them, asking how you can support them actively? It's very important. I want you to think about all of these things in terms of how you would want your friend to be. Would you be your friend? That's my question of the day. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.